My name is Tom, your friend and host with weaponseducation.com, and in this video we're going to talk about the coronavirus. People are buying weapons by the tens of thousands, which is a good thing. And in this video I'm going to talk to you about the types of weapons I think you should be buying or at least own. A lot of you who watch this channel probably own a lot of these types of weapons. So listen up, because I'm going to start with this statement. People are going to start doing desperate things. Desperate people do desperate things. And they're going to be coming in gangs. It's going to get worse. This is my prediction. It's going to get much, much worse. I think we're going to see another second wave of a whole different type of pandemic coming out of China, and that's going to even hit us even harder. So we really have to prepare now. You want to arm yourself now. You want to have enough ammunition, and you want to have the right weapons. I'm going to show you different types of weapons in this video, and please comment for the new gun owners, because there's so many people who are buying guns right now, and to tell you the truth, they don't know how to use the firearms. I'll leave it at that. That's a separate video. Right now I want to start with this statement, okay, so no one overreacts. Okay, here's a true story. A man named Marcus Karam, I'll spell it K-A-A-R-M-A, okay? He's the shooter. He was convicted and got 70 years in prison. Why? Well, he was robbed about a month prior to the incident, and then there's another gang out in front of his house. He's in the safety of his home. He was in his bedroom. But remember, when you're in the safety of your home, or wherever that is for that matter, you don't go anywhere else to engage into a fight. And in this case, he got a shotgun, went outside, and shot blindly into a crowd and killed a 17-year-old, and he got 70 years, which is basically life in prison. All right, so what I want you to understand is don't overreact. Okay, you got to think really smart. But we do need our weapons, and we have to be level-headed. Remember, your safety is between your ears. That's where your safety is. These are the types of weapons that I think you should have. The types, and I want you to throw in your comments when I bring up a type of weapon, which ones you have, etc. Now when it comes to ammunition for self-defense, I personally, and I've been doing this for my whole adult life, well since they went in business, double tap. That's it for me, because they're handmade and they're sponsored by Sammy, and I like that. Sporting one of my shoulder holsters, the link is below. You need a good shoulder holster to take the weight off your waist, okay? This is a 5.7. 5.7, you need a 5.7. Well, that's pricey, but it's really a fast round, and it's really accurate, and it's great for a lot of different things, as we know. But look at this shoulder holster, huh? Look at that. Takes the weight off, doesn't hurt you. Weapons Education Holsters. Got to talk about my company I'm so proud of. weaponseducationholsters.com. The link is below. So double tap is it for me when it comes to self-defense ammo. It's expensive, but you're not going to really shoot it, hopefully, because it's only for self-defense. Now, you need a good flashlight. Now, listen, the flashlights are being sold out so fast, the good ones, the Power Attacks, etc. If you want, I'm doing this as a favor to you, because I kind of got out of the flashlight selling stuff because there's hardly no profit margin in it, and it's so much work to package and ship and package, but I'm going to do it. My email is weaponseducation@gmail.com. You need a good flashlight. I particularly deal with Power Attack, but I deal with them all. And they change by the hour. At one point I can look at the computer and it says 645 available, and an hour later it'll say 32 available, and an hour later it'll say sold out. So if you're serious about wanting a quality flashlight, email me at weaponseducation@gmail.com. Okay, I'll put that email right now in the video. That's only for flashlights. We get into the weapons. You're gonna want, I'm just talking in generalities here. I went through my collection and grabbed some cool weapons here. Well, you know what? Let's start with the shotguns. Let's start with the shotguns because you need a shotgun, right? Guys, you need a shotgun. And I'll start with the one I would say do not buy. And I never did a video on this because it's basically, well, I don't like doing this, but it's garbage. It's the Rock Island Armory shotgun. The VR60, yeah, right? Yep, VR60. Don't get this. I can't get it to cycle. I've tried a dozen different options. Forget it. It's garbage. It's low cost. So I know cost is an issue. So, you know, you're looking at shotguns from like this, the $300 range, you know, up to the really Benelli expensive stuff. And I'm going to tell you my favorite here in a moment. But here's a great option. One that does work, and that is, and I've done a video on this recently, the Ivor Johnson, okay, the striker. So this is in the ballpark. I don't have all the prices memorized, and they change regularly. This is like 400 bucks. This is a good option here for you. I like semi-automatic shotguns, and I'm not going to pull all my shotguns out, and I like them with a stock. This one you can take the stock off and make it a pistol grip shotgun, but you know, I like to have the stock. But that's up to you. But get it yourself a good shotgun, right? So what shotgun do you own, and which one do you think everyone should buy in this time of us having to defend ourselves? But you need a good shotgun. Might as well get a 12 gauge, right? This is my favorite shotgun. For the money, oh, this is about, it's pricey, $1,200 or so. The FNSLP, okay? This thing is a tank. It's tube fed, and if I remember right, it's 8 or 9 rounds there in that tube. So it's got a large capacity, and I keep 3-inch quadruple-aught puck Magnum. And yeah, that'll certainly take care of what you have to deal with. And it's also good for hunting. So think about that too as we talk about stuff. Hunting for food. Things are changing quicker than we realize. And I'm trying to just keep this to weapons. I don't want to sway off into the coronavirus too much. But things are changing much quicker than we realize. I do think the virus numbers are much higher than what they are reporting. I think it's really, they're putting it in the flu column, they're putting it into cardiac arrest. I know here in South Florida, I know of communities, because I know people on the HOA boards, and I know the number of positive cases, or people with flu-like symptoms, etc. It's bad. It's much, much worse than what the media is saying. So people are preparing and they're getting weapons. So these are the types of weapons. A 1911, wonderful weapon. It's not perfect for the first-time buyer, you know, but it's got a lot of parts, and when you disassemble it, it's easy to disassemble, but it's got a lot of parts. And I like the Kimber 10mm. It's my favorite. What's your favorite 1911? So these are must-haves, but with a semi-automatic, you can also, of course, get a modern-day striker-fired. First go-to is get yourself a modern-day striker-fired. I just grabbed the XDM here. I have the 3.8. This is the 5.5, and now they make it in 10mm. So grab this in 10mm. You know, you match that up with the double tap ammo and 10mm. And it's going to stop anything, and you can use the 10mm for hunting. All right, now you need a good revolver. So tell me what semi-automatic, striker-fired, modern day that you would recommend. Whether it be a Glock, great. There's a lot of great ones. Okay, you need a good revolver. Gosh, I've made some fun revolver videos, and I've got a lot of them. I love all my revolvers. I love the 44 Magnum. I love them all, the 38 Special. But when it all comes down to it, you know, the 686 from Smith & Wesson, now they make them, mine's a 6-rounder. Now they're making them 7 and 8 rounds and things like that. So get yourself a good revolver, especially for the brand new gun owner and someone in your household who's never shot a gun. Give that person a revolver, okay? And throw in your comments on what you think. What revolver would you give that person who's never shot a gun? Now you need a 22. I like the SIG 22, and mine is a P220. So this is an excellent for hunting. Okay, you got to shoot rabbits, things like that. Think about that. Think about hunting. I'm thinking worst case scenarios here, and I would have never thought about this a month ago. And I'm going to be doing videos on gas masks, and I'm going to be doing videos on preparations, and that's past preparations. We need to be prepared now. We need to have things now that more than ever. But those are other videos. Right now I'm talking about what weapons you need to scoop up. Any one of these types. So of all the types I've shown you so far, a revolver, a striker-fired semi-automatic, a 1911. Which one would you recommend to everybody and why? So put in your comments. We all love the comments. I have people saying I read the comments more before I even watch the video. And I mentioned this FN SLP. That is one heck of a shotgun. Now you need a good high-powered rifle. 5.56 at the minimal, and I recommend one with a stock, and it's nice to have the folding stock. This is a SIG. So without getting into details of all the different 5.56s that are available and everything that's in my collection, you need to get something that you could shoot long range with, okay? And have the firepower when you got 8 against 1, because I can see gangs ganging up and coming at us. Now, it depends on where you live and your particular situation and your household and how it is. Every situation's different, but I don't see this getting any better real quick. I'm looking at years of us, unfortunately, dealing with these oncoming onslaughts of pandemics, of plagues. Like I said, I'll do a video on masks, and I'm trying to get a connection to get everyone hooked up with masks. I'm talking the real deal gas mask. So don't ask me, can I sell you one now, because the answer is no. But I'm trying to get a contact where we can get them by the thousands. 308. This is a Kel-Tec RFB. So this is good for hunting. I got a buddy who's living out in the Everglades, and he just shot his first hog, and he's out there, man. He's done. He doesn't want to come into society. Here I am in Palm Beach, Broward County. There's some hardcore preppers who have been prepared, and you know, he's out there in his tent and all that stuff, and he's living off the land. And there's a lot of people who are already starting to do that. And he's got his ammo. He says he's got 4,000 rounds, etc., etc. So you want to load up on ammo and get at least one of these options I'm talking about. But you want a high-powered rifle, 308 or above, for hunting purposes, right? Right? Now tell me if you agree or not. So there you go. I covered the different types of firearms I think everyone should purchase. I covered the best ammunition in my opinion. I know about the Buffalo Bore, I know about Underwood and all the others, but this is handmade stuff. If they're backlogged, you might go to their website and find they're sold out, but at least get in line and get yourself some really good self-defense ammo from Double Tap, and they're the 10mm leaders. That's what got me into them 2 decades ago. So my name is Tom. Please thumb up the video. This is the first of a whole string of videos I'm about to do. I'm stuck here at home just like all of you are. I care about all of you. I want your input on what type of firearms we should get. And we're gonna have to really figure out what's gonna be happening here as things are changing so rapidly. Let's just leave it at that. And what media, I don't believe any of the media, but what we can believe and what we can't, we gotta believe a little bit of it. I'd like to think, a little bit, maybe 5%, but we also have to use our brains. So you have to be prepared. Get yourself loaded up with a good quality gun, get your ammo, and stay safe. Don't do anything silly and go outside, and leave the safety of your home, because that'll get you arrested, and that's what they want. There's two parties in the American system, and one of those parties specifically in the political system, they're going to want to throw you in jail if you shoot someone. So, you know, don't pull that trigger unless your life is in grave danger. And it's a good idea, while I'm thinking of it, to have video cameras around your house, whether it be Ring, something like that, or ADT or something like that, and have them come install it now. That could be the first thing you do. So if you heaven forbid you got to pull that trigger, at least it's on video, or at least have your cell phone on audio if you hear, you know, peep in the night. So, all right, thumb up the video, tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. I care about all of you. I'm up.